What's up, you guys? I've had so much fun these past 5 days doing different influencer workouts. We did Krissy Cela's, Brittany Lupton's, Catherine and Kendra, Whitney Simmons, and then Sophie Gaines by Brands. And it was so fun to break up my normal workout routine, give them a rating just for kicks, but you know, they all give quality content, as some of you may know if you follow them. And then I'll share with you at the end my biggest take home point after trying all these different workouts and just like reflecting back on it, and just to give you guys the best advice on your own lifting journey if you're looking to get fit, get snatch, progress, and you kind of like to follow different people's workouts. This could be interesting to you, so I hope you enjoy. My name is DocHollyHealth. I'm a physical therapist and trainer, and I love to work out. So let's get into the workouts.
All right, we're gonna get right into the first workout, which was a Krissy Cela leg day. The grade I'm giving this one is an A-, and I'll tell you why. Overall, I loved the amount of exercises that we did. We did squat, leg press, jump squat, RDL, and lunges. So about 5 exercises to focus on for lower body, which to me is the sweet spot, enough that you can focus on being intense with every exercise and not overdoing it, not over fatiguing. One thing that I didn't like so much was she wanted us to start with a treadmill warm-up for like 15 minutes, which to me is kind of a lot. And if I'm going heavy on my squats, I don't want to tire myself out with a super long run. So instead, I walked on the treadmill at an incline for about 10 minutes. Randomly, she threw in pull-ups. I think she was working on it, so I was like, why not? I'll throw in pull-ups too. So I did about 5. And then I love a barbell squat. It's actually one of my favorite, if not my favorite exercise. For me, this exercise requires a little bit more attention to detail of how you're progressing. So she had just a ton of reps. We did 5 sets, 12 reps, 10 reps, 8, 6, and then a burnout back to 12, which is fire, but for such a heavy movement that's going to wear you out systemically, I'd like to see a little bit more method behind it. And that's why I love doing the 5-3-1 program, because you're actually never going to your max. You're working in the range of your training max, and there's a method for how you're progressing every week. So that way there's room to grow instead of constantly just over fatiguing yourself, especially for a big movement like the squat. But it was fun to mix it in, to warm up to the 6 reps, and I went heavy. I did 185, which is pretty heavy for me, so it did feel good, but normally I'd like to see this programmed individually, which she of course couldn't do, so no harm, no foul. Then she did a leg press superset with the squat jump. The squat jump, she wanted me to use dumbbells, but my gym doesn't actually allow bringing dumbbells over to this side, so I just did it without dumbbells. And that's great if you're working on like athleticism, you want to just burn out your legs. I don't think a superset for this one was necessary. I love just focusing on one exercise at a time when I'm doing heavy lifts, so I would have just maybe done the 3 sets of 10 to 12 leg press. But I'm also in a gaining phase. If you're trying to burn a little extra, why not throw in the jump? It's not gonna be the end of the world. Then we did one of my other favorite exercises. I just love leg day, okay? Next, we did the barbell RDL, 3 sets of 10 to 12. This is great. I love this movement for glute development. You want to go as heavy as you can in the range that you have, sticking your butt back and gliding that bar against your legs. I was sore the next day, definitely from this movement. I'm going to be adding in more heavy RDLs to my program, definitely from this. Then we finished with a walking lunge. This is a good movement as well. It's a nice little burnout set to not go super heavy at the end. You don't want to do every exercise all out, so since she had it at 20 reps at a time, it leaves room to go a little bit lighter and just get that last little boost of exercise. So good job, Krissy. Day number 2, we did the KKFit workout, Catherine and Kendra. This workout was on their Instagram. It was an upper body day. And I did not love this one, maybe like a B or a B plus, because of just how specific it was. It was almost like too detailed. And I know she mentioned, one of the girls, that they're working on more balance and alignment, which kind of makes sense how she was doing so much, like changing up the weight, changing up to single arm versus 2-arm, doing trisets, and that's kind of just like too much. I think simple is better for weightlifting. Your body doesn't need to be confused like that. So basically we started with the incline dumbbell bench press. It was a pyramid, so we did 12, 10, 8, 6, and 4. That was a great start to focus on and to go heavy, so that was great. Then we did a dumbbell single arm lateral raise. I was kind of confused because she said do 12, drop 15, drop 20. So I think I actually messed it up. I think she wanted us to do 12 reps the first time, 15 reps the second time, and 20 reps the third set. But I thought it was like a drop set. So she wanted us to drop the weight, get to 15 reps, drop the weight, get to 20 reps. So there was a little bit of ambiguity there. So that's kind of also lends to the grading I gave it. The next exercise, kneeling single arm press. This is a good one. We did 2 sets of 10. Again, kind of random, just doing 2 sets. After this, we did an incline bench chest fly. Superset with the dumbbell front raise to a dumbbell lateral raise. Not bad. Not a bad superset. I don't really focus on chest fly. I tend to just do like a barbell chest press for my upper body. But if you're doing chest and that's part of your program, throw it in. Dumbbell lateral raise to front raise is a good one to focus on your delts, your boulder shoulders, and getting strong there. So I have nothing against this movement either. There's just a lot of supersets, you know. And the next one we're doing is a tricep. So we're gonna do a front raise, then a bent over reverse fly, then a bent over like kick back to get the posterior delt. So 3 exercises, 2 times through, 10 reps of the front raise, 12 of the reverse fly, and 20 of the reverse. So you can see how much it is to kind of keep track of. And I don't think it's best for like muscle building, but if you are just trying to focus on balancing out the shoulders and just want to do something different, then this definitely isn't a bad workout. Would I do this whole workout again? Probably not. Did I enjoy switching it up? Yeah, it wasn't bad. This is a good rehab one for your shoulder too. So if you got wonky shoulders, do some kickbacks, do some reverse flies, keep those shoulders nice and healthy. Yeah, let me know what you think about that grade. Our third exercises was by Sophie with Gains by Brains. This was my all-time favorite of the 5, so I'm going to give it an A. I love how focused she was and intentional she was when she created this. There's basically 4 exercises. There's 5 with the superset, but 4 big ones, and that is perfect if you're going for intensity and progressive overload. You don't want to overdo it. I found so much more progress when I do less but better, and I really think that that's what she was going for here. So we started with the barbell sumo deadlift. My one gripe, I would say, is that she had us doing 3 sets of 10, and this is an exercise that really lends to going heavy, so I would have kept it more in like the 3 to 5 or 6 rep range and gone a little bit heavier here, but that's hard to program for the masses. I get it. That's the same thing I was talking about with the squat with Krissy. And then we did a constant tension hip thrust. I forgot to put a band, but still it was fire. See how I keep my chin tucked and back sturdy, and I'm kind of just lifting from my hips, tucking my tailbone under to lock it out at the top, and being super mindful, squeezing my glutes. If you want to grow your glutes, you have got to be doing this exercise. It's the best one. Then we went for a Smith machine split squat, which I have not done in forever. I've really been focusing on Bulgarian split squat. So this was nice because I got to go a little bit heavier, and I think this is what got me sore the next day. We did 3 sets of 8 to 10. I also like how she gave a little rep range, like do 8 or 10, find the weight that works for you to get about that many, but there's some room to move. I look super long in this video because I put it on wide range, but nevertheless, the next one was a glute emphasis back extension machine. So my feet are turned out. I stay rounded in my back to turn off my back muscles and just focus on squeezing the butt. You don't want to go up too high. And that was 3 sets of 10, and then superset with this one, seated band hip abduction machine. And this was 40. Instead of doing this, I might have done the abduction machine and separated the movement and maybe done a little bit higher up for the glute emphasis back machine, because that's an exercise that lends itself to more like the 12 to 15 rep range in my opinion. But nevertheless, my butt was sore the next day, and because of the intention and the way she went about this exercise, I'm going to give it an A. The fourth workout was a Whitney Simmons workout. I did this one with my friend, so Maya helped me to film it. Thank you, Maya. And it was an upper body day by Whitney Simmons. Now, for the most part, love her YouTube videos, love her stuff, but this was my least favorite exercise for upper body because it was just too all over the place. I think it's great for beginners, but it's not the split that I like to keep to. Because we did shoulders, we did back, we did a little biceps, but we didn't do any triceps. It also was kind of short. It took me less than 40 minutes to do, and we were resting 60 to 90 seconds, sometimes even 2 minutes between them. So it's not like we were like going super fast through it. We were taking our time and doing it right. We even did a warm-up. The first exercise, we did a seated dumbbell overhead press, 3 by 8. Then we did dumbbell bench row, 3 by 10. Dumbbell single arm lateral raise, 3 by 8, dumbbell incline bicep curl, 3 sets of 10, and a rope face pull, 3 by 12. So I do like those rep ranges for these exercises. But if I'm going to do a back day, I want to do a back day. If I'm going to do a shoulder day, I'm going to do a shoulder day. That way I can really focus on that muscle and fatiguing it and giving it enough volume to progressively overload. But she probably made this workout more for like a beginner who's doing one upper body day a week to learn the form and get into the groove of it. So not my cup of tea. Was it a good workout? Of course. Do you need to know what kind of programming you want to do and what your goals are before you decide if it's a good workout for you? For sure. Last but not least, the Brittany Lupton back day. She's one of my favorite content creators, so I love her stuff, but I would give this one more of like an A- or a B+, just because there was kind of a generic rep range. It was 3 sets of 10 for almost everything, which is fine for like a beginner trainer. Not that she is, but somebody who usually starts just gives everybody 3 sets of 10. It's not in the strength rep range, it's not in the endurance, but it's kind of right in the middle of the hypertrophy, that muscle building rep range. So it's a good one to go to if you're trying to build your muscle. But usually there's a little bit of some variation. But yeah, literally everything was 3 sets of 10. So it lends no wiggle room there. We did a lat pull down, machine seated neutral grip row. I liked those because it gave you time to focus on using the lats correctly, using your back correctly, and then the high lat pull down, also a great one, focusing on single arm. I do like that she mixed in some single arm exercise too. It's nice to do that later into the exercise when you start to get a little bit more tired. Just focus on one arm at a time. She did throw in the machine a reverse fly on back day. It does work your back, but I like to do this on shoulder day because you get posterior delt in there too. And we only did 1 bicep exercise. I'm working on building my arms, so I like to do 2, but it's fine to do 1 if that's not a big priority of yours. So all in all, A-. It was a good workout for a beginner. If you're just getting into back day, I like the exercises that she hit and pretty much have no complaints. Let me know what you think of these little synopsises, these little ratings. There's a lot more that goes into programming, and I'm going to talk to you about my main takeaway with trying all these different workouts. It's something that'll help you in your lifting journey if you're trying to get strong, get toned, get fit.
Truly, all these workouts were so fun. I loved breaking up my normal workout routine. But in the end of the day, the biggest take-home point is that it's that you need a plan, you need a routine that you can progress on. there's a difference between exercise and training. If you're looking to exercise, burn some calories, you know, get a little bit fitter with no real plan behind it, go break a sweat, just kind of be healthy, then exercise is great. But if you have goals to get toned, build muscle, get snatched, any physique oriented or strength oriented goals, then you're going to need an actual plan that has a strategy and that has progression. And if you just try different workouts every time you go into the gym, you're going to end up spinning your wheels and wondering, why am I not making that good of progress? It's because you're not following a program that's going to progress you over the time. So find a plan, whether it's purchasing one, or what you could do is you could find different workouts in the same way, but then repeat them. But repeat them with progression, going for more reps, more sets, more load. There's different variables that you can kind of tweak to make sure that you're going to get stronger over time and reach your goals. There's a method to the madness. That's why people hire trainers to do what they do, because they study this stuff, aka me. So that's what I would recommend. I hope that clear some things up for you. Of course, if you just want to have fun and do a new workout, that is great too. You can do that. That's what I did this week, and it was just fun. But I am excited to go back to my normal workout routine, and it becomes, even though it's doing the same thing over and over, squat, deadlift, hip thrust, you want to be doing the same compound moves to make sure you get better at them. It gets fun because you see yourself going up in numbers, you see the progress that you're making a lot faster. So there's different ways that you can enjoy it instead of just switching up your workout every time. Let me know if you have questions on that. If you're interested in training, let me know too. Comment below. Let me know where you're from, what's going on, what questions you have. Make sure you hit that subscribe and like button, and I'll definitely reply to you guys. See you next time. Love ya.